Guys, and welcome to this new topic, Biological Molecules 1. And it's all about food, glorious food, and the nutrients that they contain. And this topic is definitely a hot favorite among students because, you all love food, right? Every day when you go to the canteen, you queue up for different kinds of food, and you're in the business of making decisions about food every day. So for example, who are all those Yao Yao fans out there, right? And I don't know why it's called Yao Yao because it really obviously it's spelled Lao Lao. Okay, but it's a kind of frozen yogurt or froyo. And then there's ice cream, right? The kind of public enemy of all who are trying to lose weight. So, which is better, you think? The media always tells us that, certain foods are healthier than others, but do you know that the real scoop is that frozen yogurt only sounds healthier than ice cream, or at least that's what some people think. So there's lots of interesting articles out there about food and the nutrients that they contain. So this topic is really one that is very relevant to all of us. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about is why do we need food and what are the main groups of nutrients which are found in food. So if you have your textbook, this can all be found on page 50 of your textbook. Why do we need food? How long do you think we can live without food? Take a guess. 3 days? 3 hours? Maybe for some people it's 3 hours. Right, but the longest time that anyone has ever gone without food was probably about 3 weeks, and that was achieved by Mahatma Gandhi, a very famous guy from India. If you don't know who he is, you can go look it up. Right, so going back to the question of why do we need food, I've just come up with several scenarios for you guys to think about, which will point you in the right direction. So first scenario is why should you eat breakfast before PE? Why not go to PE on an empty stomach? Well, some of you are thinking, yeah, because we need energy, then that's correct. Right? One of the purposes why we need food is that it provides us with chemical energy to do the activities that we do. Second scenario, why do babies and maybe older people need to drink lots of milk? Right? I'm sure when you're a baby, you drink lots of milk. So why is that? Well, if you're thinking along the lines of strong teeth and strong bones, then you're right? Food provides the body with important vitamins and minerals. So for instance, in this case, it'll be lots of calcium, right, to make strong bones and strong teeth. And finally, why is it important to eat properly when you are recovering from injury or illness? Why does your mom nag at you when you're sick to make sure that you eat properly, even though you have no appetite? Well, that's because food provides us substances to make new cells and new protoplasm, hope you remember what that means, for growth and repair. But if you're not eating enough, then your body can't recover because it does not have enough substances to make new things with. Right, so now that we've talked about why we need food, let's talk about what are the main groups of nutrients found in our food. And this is something that you should recall from your lower secondary school days. If you have any piece of food in your fridge or in your kitchen, you can take it out, whip it out, and look at the nutritional label at the back of it, right? Mine's here. This is my favorite brand of bread. Eat it. It's very nice. And if you take a look, yeah, you can see all the different types of nutrients found in your food. So what do you notice here? You might notice things like protein, fats, carbohydrates, fiber, sodium, iron, calcium, so many different types of nutrients which are found inside your food. Now, what we have done is we've looked at all these different kinds of nutrients and we've grouped them into 6 main types of nutrients, as you see here. So what are these 6 types of nutrients? Well, the first category, carbohydrates, and we have the proteins like the meat and fish, you got fats, oils, then you got the vitamins, C, vitamin K, then we talked about this already, the minerals, and finally at the very end, got water, right? Water is a nutrient as well. So these are the 6 main types of nutrients that we find in our food. And for the rest of this video, we're just going to be talking about water. And we're going to be exploring a bit more of what the functions of water are in our body. It may sound like a really obvious question. Of course we need water, but what exactly does our body use it for? And this is on your textbook, page 51 to 52. Well, we've talked about how long you can live without food. which is about 3 weeks. But how long do you think you can live without water? If we do a quick search, you'll find that one of the statistics online is that you can go without water for about 3 days before you die of dehydration. You also find graphs like these where it says that you can go without water for almost a week, maybe because this is based on the assumption that the person is in a less hot environment. But clearly you can see that you can go longer without food than without water. And of course, people like you of our age can only go without internet for a few hours before you will die of boredom. Haha. Well, but jokes aside, water is absolutely essential. And it's absolutely essential because it makes up so much of your body mass. Yeah, how much water do you think there is in you? Suppose you're about 40 kg. What do you think? Well, the answer is it takes up about 70% of your body mass. Yes, about 70% of you is water. So if you're 40 kg, that's about 30 kg, 30 kilograms of water inside you. Why? Why is there so much water? Where's the water found? Which part of our body is made of water? Well, maybe one of the things you're thinking about is blood. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, blood is a large amount of blood is water. And the other thing would be the cytoplasm of your cells, right? That's largely water and dissolved nutrients. So a lot of you is water, and that's why it's absolutely essential. So what are the functions of water? Well, we've just mentioned it, that water is a key component of cells, right, making much of the cytoplasm and body fluids such as blood. What makes water suitable as a key component of cells and body fluids is that it is a very good solvent, meaning that it's able to dissolve many different types of substances. And good solvents, like water, can allow for many chemical reactions to take place. Right? So for example, both glucose and oxygen can dissolve in water, and once they're dissolved in water, they can react together during respiration to produce energy. Right? And because water is a good solvent, it is also very useful for transporting dissolved substances such as oxygen and carbon dioxide and nutrients like glucose, right, in your blood. So remember that what makes water suitable is that it's a very good solvent. Besides that, another function of water is that it's used to control body temperature. And that's something that we experience every day when you sweat. The sweat comes onto your skin, the sweat evaporates, and it cools your body because as the water evaporates, it removes heat from the surface of your skin. Right, we're done with water, so come back in the next video for as we start on talking about the other nutrients which are found in food.